Good morning all, Plum here, playing World of Tanks. Time for a replay. I played this one just a night or two ago. I was having a mini game, just popping on, having a quick game. Thought, I'll just have a bit of fun. I'll take out my BTSV. Now, why have I got a BTSV? One of these rather ridiculous looking tanks that looks a bit like a frog, almost. Grab hold of the camera. I mean, it's kind of bug-eyed. I don't know, it is weird looking. Like last year when I got the Panzer IIJ, it's because I seem to have this happy bit of luck now that when I come time to renew my annual premium, I do buy it annually because it's cheaper in the long term. They always seem to have one of these promotions going where you can buy 30,000 gold, I think it is, which is more than enough to cover buying an annual premium in the game. Nice shot on the move on the T2 light tank. I'm taking a hill, and they always give you one of these rare tanks for free. So it happened last year with the Panzer IIJ, or was it 2 years ago? This year it was the BTSV. Okay, I'll have one of those because it's a weird looking tank. We're on Himmelsdorf. Obviously we get the best possible matchmaking for the BTSV. Top tier. There's a clutch of tier 3s on the enemy team and a whole bunch of tier 2s. So I'm thinking, yeah, I've really got to push hard in this game. Although right now I'm not pushing that hard. I'm just seeing if I can get any cheeky shots on anyone. Maybe it's a bit optimistic to think that anyone over here. Can we get this snapshot off? Can we? Go on, Plum. Yes, on the move. This gun's not that accurate. I can tell you the accuracy at the end of the game, but it really is pretty poor. Decide to use my speed, get a massive hit from that TD. I leave it on auto lock, and I just nonchalantly just drive away with auto lock on and shoot him in the ass. So you see, even tier 2 TDs will absolutely punish you. Or was that a tier 3? Anyway, come across their sexton at the base. Once you get the gun fully aimed, it's okay. Right there. In the corner of the map now, it seems. This isn't going to be as easy as it looks, trust me. I do have to make some actual decisions here where I'm going to ensure that we get the victory and I can come out on top. So come up behind the SU. Get an auto lock on him. Because he's not moving, he's a big target. Just auto lock the guy. It'll put your reticule centre mass and we can finish him off relatively quickly without having to come out of the third person view, which is really, really important in these quick little tanks to be always really fully aware of what is going on. Now this is where things get a little bit interesting. Oh no, a TD. Ah, he can kill me. He can just, shoot me once and I'm dead. So I don't go around the corner and try and use my armour. It's only 25mm thick. I see he's fired, so I have a very quick cheeky shot. He does actually shoot me for 82. Maybe he's not using the top gun on that tank. Luckily for me, that was a bit of a dumb mistake pushing on him then. So I just had to back off. Now watch this. Watch the acceleration of this tank. Forwards. Look at it go off the mark. It just accelerates like a car. I mean, its top speed is good. It doesn't have the mid-range, but just moving off the mark, it really is quick. And that angled armour, you can see it's very shallow, the angles. Or are they very steep? No, they're very shallow angles. Work out which way around it is. It may only have 25mm of armour, textbook, but that angling gives it about 50 to 55mm of armour. And the front, most of it's in the front, so you just want to angle this thing quite shallow at enemy tanks, and they get auto bounces off the sides. So you can quite effectively side scrape in this machine, the way the armour works. Haven't had a chance to do that yet, because normally you're using the speed. It's got possibilities, this tank, is what I'm getting at. Anyway, I've retreated. I've gone back deliberately to my teammates, because I've only got 34 hit points, and I can see that this is for winning. I've got 4 kills. They've still got a couple of tier 3s, including... are they both tank destroyers? One of them's a tank destroyer. Panzer Jag 1 is a tier 2 tank destroyer, but he can still penetrate me and kill me quite easily without me angling or anything. Just to shoot me and it'll probably penetrate. The L60 is asking me to follow him, which is my plan. I am trying to stick with this guy. He's kind of my eyes at the front. I see they've got the SU-76 and those other 2 tanks still camping at K4 right down in the bottom. I'm thinking, well, I'd like to go around on those guys certainly and try and flank them if I can. So I decided I'm going to go for the SU-76M, the one at J4. So the best way to do that is to come down here, use the church building as cover. And this is everything that I'm thinking about when I'm playing this match. We can come, I've got 4 tanks, 4 versus 5. We can do this. We can definitely do this, Plum. And most people think of this tank as being this auto bounce tank, but so much pens it these days. Maybe is there power creep in the game at this sort of low tier? I don't know. The Su-76 has moved up anyway, along with the artillery. So I give away my position. I push through their base very quickly using my speed, and lucky they don't have the reaction times to actually shoot me as I drive past. I think I've got to get this tier 3 tank destroyer out. It's bane of my life. And we managed to actually shoot that on the move without auto lock, I think you'll see. Hit the brakes, pull back, take a cheeky snapshot, but that the artillery escapes me. I'm trying to remember now exactly what I did. Yeah, I think what I do is now I flank around on the train tracks, being right, speed, plumb, speed. Let our H-35 push up on them and be a bit of a meat, grinder. Just let him sit there and have their attention. While I go around as far as I can down the one line. I'm going to try and get shots along the K line and hopefully just whittle these guys down from this sort of distance. See if we can't pick ourselves up a top gun. So the Panzer Jag 1 is still there. He's just got the kill on the H-35. Then our Bison gets into the fray. And they've moved on. Damn it. That was going to be brilliant. Just pull up behind them. A couple of shots in. The reload on this tank is about 1.8 seconds or something silly. It reloads really, really quickly. Managed to pick up on the Panzer Mark IV. A couple of shots into him. He's down. And then I get a little bit... Oh, here. Where is he? There he is. And we get... Oh my god. It's a tier 3 light tank. I'm doomed. I'm sure he can penetrate me. So I shoot him. Managed to get one shot in, and I get one more, and I think this is it now. Plum angle, and then thank goodness our Bison manages to land his shot. Luckily that guy just sat still in the corner. If he'd come around the corner, he would have been safe from the Bison. But I guess this isn't going through your mind when you're trying to shoot one of these tanks in the face. He's probably looking at my tank thinking, what the hell is that? Anyway, managed to pick up Top Gun, and in the end that was my ace tanker in the BTSV. Let's take a look at the post-game stats. So here are the cold hard numbers, and I was very pleased when we got to this screen. Yes, yes, ace tanker. I've probably only played about 10 games in this BTSV, and it shouldn't be that difficult to get the ace tanker because it goes on. I think it tells you on here when you let it hover. Is it not going to? Show me, damn it. Where's the description of why you get 99%? Anyway, you've got to be in the top 1% of results for the last, is it 14 days, if memory serves? But when there's so few people playing a tank like this, the BTSV, when I did a quick search on here on what replays for BTSV replays, in patch 9.20, there's only 5 replays up. So it was still a good game though. I mean, I killed 6 tanks. Is it seal clubbing? I don't know. I guess textbook it is, but not really. I mean, they could all penetrate me if they loaded some gold rounds perhaps. A couple of tier 2s would have had a problem, but because it was a city map, they're all at close range, so they're all getting maximum penetration. When you fight with this thing on something like Malinovka or Prokhorovka, where there's distance to be had and people's penetration falls off, you can bounce an awful lot. You can do some good active scouting in the start of the match where things are just ricocheting off you because they're losing their pen over distance and they haven't had a chance to load their gold rounds yet, and you can get away with getting a scout medal or something. Picked up some mini medals. We got Dumitriu's medal for destroying 3 enemy artillery. Haven't had that for ages. And we did pick up Top Gun. Team scores sorted by XP. We did more than double XP than the next player on our team and got the 6 kills, 601 damage, which is a pretty healthy, almost nearly double. So yeah, plum carry. Woo. Fun. Ultimately, it's a fun tank. It really is daft. It is so quick, so fast off the mark, and it's trollish gun. When you're firing on the move, it is ridiculous. You do need to have a good crew in there to even have hope in hell's chance of hitting the target when you're moving along, unless they're particularly close. There we go. 18 shots fired, 16 penetrations. Sorry, 25 shots fired, 18 hits, 16 penetrations. I think glasses maybe. Dentist last week, maybe it should be the opticians this week. Well, that's not that long since I went to the opticians. 2020 vision, yes. Premium tank, so managed to bring home some moolah, and with modifiers on at the weekend ×3, 5,215. So a curious little tank. I'm not that fussed about playing it like every day or anything. It's not that insanely, amazingly good, but when you want to have a little giggle, I quite often just throw this tank out there at the start of a match just to see, particularly on those wide open maps, whether I can pick up the scout medal or do something ridiculous where I just bounce an awful lot. In that game I didn't actually bounce very much at all. Like I say, it's all far too close quarters. Damage blocked by armour 60, so that's just a couple of shots, and I'm pretty sure I was shot. at least 7 times. So 5 non-penetrating hits, but 2 did go in, and one of them, the big one at the start from the TD. Anywho, thanks for watching, everyone. That's today's little video on the BTSV Ace Tanker game on Himmelsdorf. Hope you enjoyed that little scurry around the back alleys of Himmelsdorf. It's a crazy little tank, and I'm quite pleased I've got it. I wasn't intending to get it, never really wanted it particularly. It just happened to be there when I wanted my gold supply to get my annual premium. That's my excuse. I'm sticking with it. You can speak to my lawyer if you want to go any further with that. Anyway, I've got a new idea I might share on a new video coming up this week. To do with water tanks, absolutely, but it's another, unique plum thing that is going to cost you money though. Don't get too excited, you're going to be reaching for your wallets on this one. Just a service I might be able to provide. I'll put that together hopefully this week and share it with you, and see if anyone wants the service doing. You can speculate all you want down in the comments below what that service might be, but we will see. Anyway, keep your heads down, drink plenty of water, kata-pow, as the kids like to say, and I'll play Water Tanks again real soon. Take care, bye bye.